Hey everyone! In today's video, I coded a snake plugin in Minecraft. By the way, I streamed this live on Twitch at twitch.tv/shumasdev, so come check it out if you want to see more content similar to this one. So, how did I do it? Well, first of all, I started by creating a snake board in Minecraft itself, with the help of a plugin called WorldEdit. I simply selected the two corners of the board and filled them out with grass and a wall of glowstone around it as a border. Next, I created the project in IntelliJ IDEA, my IDE of choice. There's a handy plugin called Minecraft Development that allows you to quickly create a new project for Minecraft mods and plugins. So, I started by creating a game class where I'm going to put all the logic for my game. Let's start with the basics, defining the width and the height for our board, which is 40 in my case, the length of the snake, and the minimum and maximum coordinates of our board, along with the spawn coordinate for the player. I also defined the coordinates of the apple that are going to change randomly, and a list of coordinates for a snake tail. Then we create a constructor for our game class where we pass both the plugin itself and the player playing it. At first, I tried making the player spawn in a minecart to detect their movement without any stuttering, but quickly realized this was not a feasible option, with quite a few attempts. In the meantime, I imported my very own library, which is a collection of classes and utilities, into my project, and created the main command for the game, which is simply going to be called /snake. So, after a few tries with the minecart, I realized it wasn't a good solution, and just resorted to detecting the player's normal movements. Detecting the player pressing WASD still took me quite a few attempts, as there is no such thing in plugins, and I had to implement the checks myself. In the end though, I figured it out and continued to progress further into the project. Then, I stored the snake's direction in a variable and implemented a new method called move, along with a task that runs every half a second, or 10 ticks, that calls our move method. I quickly implemented the apple eating mechanism, and adding the movement for a snake was pretty easy as well. One problem that I did face is that I incorrectly swapped the minimum and maximum coordinates. So, instead of our snake spawning at the bottom, it started from the top and left the board. I was able to fix that too, and that made the apple spawn in a different position so the game wouldn't bug. At this point, our job is almost done. We have a playable game of Snake in Minecraft, but there's quite a few things missing. First off, the snake is not confined to our board, and can leave it and go on infinitely in the world around it. So, to fix that, we simply implement a few checks to the snake's coordinates and make the game stop if we touch the glowstone borders. This actually took me more time than I would have liked, as the bounding blocks I was working with simply did not like our board and wouldn't spit out the coordinates. So I had to implement my own checks. I also realized the coordinates I had previously inputted as maximum and minimum were off by a couple blocks, so I promptly fixed those. I also implemented a method so that our arena resets itself to grass every time we start the game. Now, our game looks pretty polished and ready to work, but what's still missing is that when the snake hits his tail, the game should also end. Implementing that was really easy and makes the game feel a lot closer to the original. So, that was it. We successfully created Snake in Minecraft and had fun while doing it. If you guys want to try it out for yourself, the source code is in the description. You'll obviously need to modify it a bit to suit your board in your world, but it's just a couple lines to change and it should be pretty easy. Make sure to suggest more coding ideas in the comments below, as I will be coding more plugins, mods, apps, and websites in the near future, and make sure to follow me on Twitch if you don't want to miss any future content. Also, make sure to subscribe and like the video because it would really help me out. So, I'd say that's all from me. Bye!